Hey guys, subscribe and press the bell icon to get all updates from Urban Panache. Starting off with my eye makeup first, I'm using tapes because I really need that sharp smoky eye. So to remove any pigmentation from my eyelid, I'm using this concealer by LA Girl and using the warmth of my ring finger to blend the concealer. And now it's very important to set the concealer as well, so I'm using this Fit Me powder to do that. So when we're doing a lot of blending, this setting thing is very important, guys. So using the color Latte from my Makeup Revolution palette as the transition shade. So doing a black smoky eye, you really need to use a transition shade because this is actually going to be the first thing in the whole process. And I'm actually using this shade at least 2 to 3 times because I really want to define my crease in the outer V area. And I'm using a fluffy brush by BH Cosmetics, and it's time to use a little darker shade. I'm using the shade Caffeine Fix from the same palette and placing it right above on the previous shade Latte. Now it's really important to play with a few colors before you actually use a jet black color right on the lid. So using a 2 to 3 transition shades on your crease and the outer way area is actually going to make the entire eye makeup look really nice, smooth and seamless. So I'm using this brown shade Caffeine Fix at least twice on my crease until it looks a little bit darker or noticeable. Now I'm using a clean blending brush just to clean the edges and soften the edges. It's time now to use this black eyeshadow which is called Blackqua. And using the same fluffy blending brush, I'm using this shade right on my crease and slightly placing it below my crease. I don't want to take this black shade above my crease, and yeah, I'm using it only on my crease and just the outer V area. Take your time, guys, and make sure to blend this particular eyeshadow really well. It's very dark eyeshadow, it's very pigmented. Now that my eyeshadow looks this dark, I'm taking the Maybelline gel liner and using a smudge brush, I'm going to place this gel liner onto the center of my lid and also on my inner corners. The reason I'm using this smudge brush because I really want to be precise, especially when I'm applying the gel liner onto my inner corners. Don't take this gel liner onto the outer V area, guys, because we've already used a black eyeshadow over there. So the reason we're using this because I really want a dark gothic black look, and this gel liner is going to help me intensify my eye makeup look. Using the fluffier side of the brush that came along with the palette, I'm using the same black eyeshadow and placing it right above on the gel liner. See, the reason I'm using a black eyeshadow over my gel liner because I really don't want to, give an impression that I'm wearing a gel liner. It's really important here to, blend the eyeshadow with your gel liner. Now using the same fluffy blending brush, I'm using the black eyeshadow just on my crease and my outer V so that there are not any leftover gaps while we were blending all the eyeshadows and the gel liner and everything. Now I'm going to use this shade which is called Drama Queen, and I'm going to use this using the cleaner blending brush, and I'm just going to soften all the edges and using this eyeshadow only above my crease area, like literally on the top. This is going to intensify, smokify my eye makeup like anything. Also make sure that my eyeshadow does not look flat at all. And now I'm using one last time the hint of black color just on my crease and outer V, using a very little amount of the product this time around, making this work literally as the final touch for my eye makeup. Now moving on to my eyebrows, I'm using a Brow Pomade by Freedom to fill in all the gaps of my eyebrows and using a spoolie to blend away all the product. It's time now to remove the tapes now that we have got our sharp wings. And I'm just cleaning away all the fallouts, although there weren't many, but the black left a little bit of the fallouts on my face. And I'm using a Maybelline kajal on my lower waterline and upper waterline. And using this side of the brush, I'm taking the black eyeshadow again and intensifying my lower lash line. This was very important, guys. Without this step, the eye makeup would have been just looked incomplete. So moving on to my face, I'm using the primer to shut down all my pores, and this would make sure that my makeup looks smooth AF. And now moving on to foundation, I'm using this full coverage foundation by Makeup Forever and using this all over my face and neck and blending it using a beauty blender. And moving on to concealer, I'm using it on my under eye areas and wherever I need a little bit of the concealing, like the sides of my mouth, nose, a little bit on the forehead and the bridge of my nose. I'm not using too much of the concealer, guys, just wherever I need it, and blending it using the beauty blender again. And to set everything, we're using a compact powder. I'm using this very natural colored blush and using some on the apples of my cheeks. It's time now to highlight and using this topmost shade and just dusting some on the tops of my cheeks, bridge of my nose, forehead, brow bone, cupid's bow and the chin area. Now I'm going to do my lashes using this Maybelline Push Up Drama mascara, and for the last step I'm using this greyish brownish lip shade by NYX. And this is the final look, guys. Hope you all enjoyed watching this glamorous and quite intense look. I really love doing it. And yeah, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you happen to recreate this makeup look, do not forget to tag me in your pictures and make sure you subscribe to my channel Urban Panache, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye!